Hello, welcome to Conny Decorates, and of course, with heart. And with heart is Micha, the cameraman today. That's right. And this is our new drinking station for Sophie. She always has a bowl here on the terrace where she can always drink from. And we said, come on, it's so wonderfully green here, let's just create a decorative drinking station. And so we took an old container which we will plant a bit with sedum, which are super resilient and can also handle water. And if you don't have a pet, then you can of course make a small one, how do you say, solar? Exactly, we will use a solar fountain. We just unpacked it, but we will fill it up a bit more with sunlight or light, and then it could also be used as a fountain. So, my dear ones, if you want to know how this decoration works, stay tuned because we will show you now. And these are the things we need today for our decoration, so I'll get started right away. I've actually had this pot in our film shed for quite a while. I received it as a gift. It is also relatively rusty, both inside and out, but I don't find that bad at all, because I think it is very beautiful and also the right size. Then I have a mulebeck here. Yes, I took it from the planting at the back. And then I also have some succulents. This sedum here, this native house leek. And this one has become a little bit more damp, so you can carefully remove the leaves again. I don't think that's so bad now. It's really beautiful too. I find the color scheme truly wonderful as well. Then I found a few stones here on the terrace, just like these beautiful concrete pieces made by Bettina that she once made for me. I still have a bit of moss. I have a bit of hemp fabric. And in any case, whether you use it as a drinking station for animals or for dogs or birds, or maybe even as a fountain, I have the bowl or a bowl from Sophie that will be incorporated here. But I would say, let's get started. I have some small pieces of our hemp fabric here. I would like to take that one out now, or let me just check. Here is a little ring beetle. Let's take it out. I would like to put them in the pot down here already so that they are a bit protected. I mean, not much water will come out since the sedum doesn't need much water anyway, and this is covered. But despite all that, I will put a bit of Hamstoff in here. We now have a bit of protection inside. Now I will take some expanded clay granulate and add it here as drainage. To get a little height, I will just add a bit more. We had some sand left from the sandbox, and I will just put a little more sand in here now. Succulents like sedum particularly prefer sandy soil. You can also add some cactus and succulent soil on top here, but for now the sand is completely sufficient. Then just take a look at what height you need, whether you are using it as a fountain now or later. As I would say, how much you are currently drinking from the pond, because they always drink here on the terrace, what height you need for your container, and then make this nice and carefully with the sand so that you have the proper spacing for where the plants will go. Just take a gentle look. We have the star beautifully here in the front now. I would like to place Sophie's drinking vessel at the front so that she can easily access it. That means it will go here later, and I would like to have my mill bakery in the back area. It can then grow wonderfully over the back. And then I have roughly marked the spots where the plants will go. I will fill this area in the front with sand. I have now arranged the front area, and it fits perfectly. The bowl fits exactly here, and in the back area I would like to have my Muhlenberg, of course. Yes. And here I am, just looking now, getting a bit more soil, and we'll plant this in the back area. I even found a little bit of cactus soil. I had made a decoration once, and there was even a bit of expanded clay in the drainage at the bottom. It also loosens the soil very well. And here, of course, it is a wonderful base for our succulents. You can always use it again and again. And I'm just looking at the arrangement to see how I will plant the succulents here. And there was still an incredible amount of soil on it. I just broke off a bit and put it down here in my container because I can still use it really well. And now I just take my old leaves here, which are not so nice anymore, and simply remove them. Then I carefully break this open down here and place it in the pot with us. And I find it beautiful. Just take a look at it. As I said, I love them, and the colors are simply fantastic. And I think I will also place those back here with the Muhlenberg, yes, in the back area. These, as mentioned, had gotten waterlogged here, and I will also take them out of the pot and remove the leaves here, as you can see. And then it can recover wonderfully. It really got quite a bit of water, so it was super wet. It really smelled just now. It was truly an accident. The water really didn't drain away due to this heavy rain, and that's why it is super, super wet. Fortunately, it didn't happen with the other one. But now it is wonderfully in here and can really recover super well. And now we have our Muhlenberg here. Yes, we have the 2 large succulents. And now you can take the small pots here. And we will do that as well. I take them out of the pot again and remove a bit of soil. Then I take a look from above. This seems a bit much to me now. Yes, now I take soil again and can practically create the height with the soil by carefully adding the soil here. And then you can place your succulent on here. Please note that if you use this as a water drinking station, you can always take the pot out later and that you won't damage the plants too much. And now let's take a look. By maybe even breaking the succulents a little bit apart here, we will carefully break the succulents apart and look. Now we can, for example, in the back part, take the large cluster, and here in the front, I will create a bit of height with the soil again and place the others next to or beside it. What you can also do is, I have a bit of nice moss here now. With this, you can now wonderfully create stability and a good foundation for the succulents. I will show you this by setting up the must here, and then you can take a look with the bowl to see if it fits. And that is, of course, definitely perfect now, and I think I will do the same on this side. I am now simply and carefully placing my moss in these gaps, and also in front of the container. This is really quite good. It fits perfectly because the moss adapts very well and is very, very flexible. And I actually find it very, very nice that we can completely dress up the drinking vessel a bit more here. And now in the back area, I take the moss and place it here again between the plants. That means here we have great stability in the front thanks to the moss. And for the succulents, the sedum provides a wonderful base. Here I have another little pot. It was also here on the terrace, and it has been really super, super moist for the past few days. And here I will simply take the leaves that are no longer looking so nice and gently, carefully pull them out of my sedum. And here, of course, you can carefully check if you want to separate the little ones. Then you can wonderfully place them in between as well. And I think I would like to have it completely back here in the rear area. And I will carefully, very carefully place it in here. We also have a visitor. Look, here Micha will show you. The ladybug is already feeling wonderfully at home, and that is fantastic. So all animals are warmly welcome here. But now I will just take a look. With the bowl, it is of course important that it doesn't collapse later and everything falls apart. But here, with the moss, there is wonderful stability. You can really create a great foundation, a base, to take your container out of here, even if you might use it as a fountain later. There are these solar parts that you can put in, and then it splashes wonderfully. That's of course fantastic, or with light. So you can really use it however you like. I will now take this succulent out again and actually divide it a little bit. And I will just see that I incorporate them into the little gaps here again. And then I take the moss, just push it aside for a moment, and then you can really decorate these small areas here again. I have the 2 stones, and I would like to include them here again. I think they add a nice touch to the little rock garden look. I find it really cool. Just take a look if you have space for them. I think this little heart is just too much now, but it fits in here wonderfully. Now I take the bowl out and you see it really looks fantastic. And you can carefully take them in and out now. If the dog or whoever drinks from it, there is still a bit of moisture from the outside. That is, of course, also optimal. But now we really have a wonderfully decorated drinking spot, and the ladybug is still sitting in here. And I would say the water can go in there. We have water. Micha was so kind. He got the water. You can even do it at an angle, which is also optimal. As I said, we have great drainage and we have enough fillers. Sophie, you can drink from here right away. As mentioned, this is now Sophie's water feature, fully decorated. But if you have one, you can of course also use a fountain. 2001. I have never tried that one. We just unpacked it. So it is not charged yet. Once it is charged, it would actually fit in here wonderfully. So we are done. This is the new drinking spot for Sophie. I believe the height is much, much better for her. That means it doesn't need to go down quite so deep. And it's very decorative. I think it really fits in well here on our terrace. Do you like it, Micha? Yes, it's world class. I'm really happy about it. Something different, right? Yes, exactly. And if you have a small fountain, like a solar fountain, you can certainly incorporate that beautifully as well. And then it becomes a small decorative fountain for your balcony, terrace, or wherever. Dear ones, we really hope that we were able to inspire you today. We would appreciate a thumbs up, and feel free to follow us on Pinterest, Facebook, and Instagram. There will always be little wheels coming up, and we will be very happy about that. You can also find Hof Ulkus. Check the video description below, where you will find the link to our website, and from there you can access Hof Ulkus. So my dears, see you soon. I look forward to seeing you, your Conny and your Micha, your cameraman. Exactly, always there. So stay healthy. Until then, bye. Bye. Let your mind be free. Stop holding back, because you can fight it. Oh, I don't know your name, but something in me has ignited. Oh, I was down. I was down and I saw you in the clouds. At the place, you were down. I was just hanging out.